Welcome back to Soda City Live. The Dorn VA Vets Fisher House serves as a home away from home for families of hospitalized veterans. Now, while it's free for families, there are still associated costs to keep things up and running. To make that possible, the Friends of Fisher House are hosting their second annual John F. Baker Jr. Memorial Golf Tournament, or Golf Classic, to raise funds. Now, WIS has been a supporter of the Friends of Fisher House through the United for Veterans initiative for years. But joining me today with more about this event and more about the Fisher House is Kevin Schwedo and Donnell Baker with Friends of Fisher. So glad to have you two on the show with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, for those who are not familiar with what the Fisher House is, we did give a brief description. Could you explain a little more?
Fisher House is like a Ronald McDonald House, but for the military. And our house is built on the campus of Dorn VA. And it is for the veteran that is in the hospital. The best medicine for that veteran is to have his family near him, so he won't have to worry about them being taken care of. The home will be, we will be there to support them in the house, and if they need help in emergency, like if they had gone to Dorn and that night he will have to stay overnight, the family will then go to the Dorn to stay there, and we will have meals for them. We will have
I'm going to throw Donnell under the bus. I'm real good at doing this kind of thing. But the Fisher House is a very special place. Donnell is the widow of a Medal of Honor recipient, John Baker. He's the one that the golf tournament is named after. But when John was still alive, she had a trip that she had to make to the VA in Charleston. And unfortunately, what was supposed to be a one day in and one day out turned into a month's tribute.
Oh, wow.
And she didn't have the money, but there was no Fisher House, and she ended up paying for 30 days.
Wow.
She was lucky that she had the money available to do that. The Fisher House is designed to make sure that we don't have those veterans' families when somebody's on hospice care or getting treatment for cancer. We want somebody to go in there and focus on getting their family member healthy and not worry about the expenses. And that's what the Fisher House will do for this community and the Dorn VA.
I love that. Now, I remember when you guys broke ground last year, and we're looking at pictures of the Christmas party that you all hosted in December, just showing the finished product. But as you and I spoke earlier off camera, you mentioned that it has not been occupied yet. So when will people be able to occupy the space when they're coming to visit their loved ones?
We are having our ribbon cutting April 21st, Friday at 10 o'clock. So if you're driving by, stop and watch. And then we will have people see the house. And then on the following Monday is when we have our golf tournament that will be supporting the house.
That is absolutely beautiful. And we have a picture, and you were getting ready to say something, Kevin. I'm sorry.
No, I'm jumping on the golf tournament because that's where we're going to make our money right now. The capital campaign is over, and we're focusing on the cost it's going to take to sustain day-to-day operations. That can't happen without contributions from the community. And we have a golf tournament. It's on Monday the 24th at Woodlands Country Club. We need more participants. We actually maxed out the field, and then we found more golf carts. People are bringing us more golf carts so we can get at least 5 more foursomes in there so that we can pay the operating expenses of the Fisher House. You know, it's not a lot of money, but we need community involvement and support monetarily to make this work.
Right.
The capital campaign, we're talking millions of dollars to make this happen. We're in the sustainment phase. This is where individuals can make a difference. So whether it's contributing to the Fisher House operating expenses or participating in the golf tournament, we've got an individual by the name of Tom standing by to get you enrolled in one of those last 5 teams we've got, or even to just donate money. And Bob's phone number is 803-730-1609.
And if you take a look at your screen there, we do have a full screen that you can scan that QR code right there on the screen. And also, if you can go to our other full screen, it has information on the actual day. It tells you where to go, what time. We also have information on the cost of the individual player and the foursome teams that Kevin mentioned earlier. And also at the bottom, if you see, you could text donate. If we can go back to that full screen, if you type in donate, you can send that to that number there. Yeah, donate for friends, and we'll have that up later. But if not, all that information can be found on our website, SodaCityLive.com. Now we're going to be wrapping things up here, but I did want to know, as far as the Fisher House is concerned, how many families can it house?
We have 16 bedrooms.
Wow.
Bedroom suites.
Y'all should have changed the name to Fisher Mansion.
It is. We've been trying to furnish the house. Can you imagine buying 16 toilet brushes?
Wow.
But we have a hospice at the hospital there. Warriors Walk.
Warriors Walk.
And so while he is in the hospice there, the family can stay at the Fisher House.
Awesome.
Now, 16 rooms sounds like a lot of rooms. It's not the capacity that we know is end state. It will help us initially. We know already that the Fisher House, as part of the operating costs, are going to have to pay for rooms out of pocket to get people to stay in the community. It's an initial burst to go ahead and make a tremendous difference. Think about if your loved one, your veteran, was in hospice care. You want to be right there with them, right to the very end. And that's what the Fisher House will allow them to do, whether it is that kind of care, whether it's cancer care, whatever the VA provides. We need to keep the veteran and the family linked, because that's what makes that last experience or healing possible.
Awesome. Well, Kevin and Donnell, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing the details about the tournament. We'll make sure we have all these details on our website, SodaCityLive.com. You can take a look at your screen there, take a quick screenshot or a picture, and if not, again, these details will be on our website. We'll have much more Soda City Live coming up after the break.